The last type of radical equation we should be able to solve is when we have a radical equals a radical plus a number. Now, these are really not nice, and if we were in school, I would definitely expect you to be solving these. Right now, I just want you to watch one of them, so you've seen it, okay? But then we have more important stuff to move on to. So when I look at this example, I can't get both radicals by themselves, right? I can get one or the other. It has one radical by itself. So my job is going to be to first get rid of that radical on the left-hand side, right? So I'm going to square both sides so that there's not a radical on the left-hand side anymore. The problem with this type of problem, though, is when I square the right-hand side, I'm still going to have a radical, right? So here I have 7b minus 3 equals, right, square root and squared eliminated. But the right-hand side is the really messy part, and this is where it's really nice to know that rule, right, for perfect squares. So the square root of 3b minus 3 squared plus 2 times, right, and then my two pieces, so I'm going to put the 2 first, and then the square root of 3b minus 3, and then plus 2 squared. Right, what does that simplify to? Well, square root and squared cancel. So I have 7b minus 3 is 3b minus 3 plus 2 times 2 is 4 times the square root of 3b minus 3 plus 2 squared is 4. Now I have to start over, since this is still a radical equation, and I have to get this radical by itself. Right? So I'm going to move all of the stuff that's not part of that radical over to the other side. I'm going to start by subtracting 4 and subtracting 3b and adding 3. Right, so move all of that stuff over. That gives me 4b minus 4 equals 4 times the square root of 3b minus 3. Then I would still need to divide by 4. So that's really b minus 1 equals the square root of 3b minus 3. And now I can undo this square root by squaring both sides. Right. B minus 1 squared. You could make a box off on the side again, or we could use that pattern that says the first part squared plus 2 times the first part times the second part plus the second part squared. So b squared, 2 times negative 1 times b, and then negative 1 squared gives me, if I move up here now, b squared, negative 2b, and positive 1. And on the right-hand side, the square root and squared cancel, and we just get 3b minus 3. Finally, the radicals are all gone. Now it's just a quadratic equation. So I can subtract 3b from both sides and add 3 so that I have it equal to 0. B squared minus 5b plus 4 equals 0. And then I'm asking what multiplies to 4 but adds up to negative 5. And I found that that was negative 4 and negative 1. So this factors into b minus 4 times b minus 1, which means my solutions are b equals 4 and b equals 1. Right. Again, this was pretty messy. We had to do the squaring both sides thing twice, and we had to square something that was really not nice to start, right? I'm not going to ask you to do any of these on your own, right? But I think it was important that you at least saw one of them and now we can move on to other stuff.